let me ask you this. We got a lot more of Boba in action. Do you
Yeah.
feel like this episode redeemed him a little bit, or has it changed your mind at all?
Um, I'm still a little lukewarm with Boba as a character. I think that he has the potential to be a really interesting individual, and um, I think that this series has not done a very good job of showing that. Um, I'm definitely less optimistic than I was about his character moving forward. I'll put it that way. What about you?
That's pretty fair. I think that I enjoyed him a lot more here because, yeah, when you finally see him in action, and when he has that first stare down with Cad Bane, they kind of brought me back in a little bit just from an action standpoint. And then when they finally had their standoff and he's using the gaffy stick, I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
really well done. Seeing him and Mando have that tandem offense, they're both using the jetpacks, I thought that was a great moment. And then
Yeah.
we talked about it a minute ago, the Rancor was a great touch, I felt, and seeing him actually ride it and be in battle. And I thought that was really well done. But I mean, it didn't add anything to me in terms of obviously character development.
Right.
I still don't really know why he wants to be the daimyo of Mos Espa or Tatooine or whatever.
It's a very
Outside of
loose why not thread that you could. Yeah. It's kind of weak, isn't it?
a little bit, so I I'm with you. I mean, I fully expect him to pop up in Mando season 3 and other
Of course.
properties, I'm sure. I don't think we need another book of Boba Fett, though. I don't think we need
I
season 2.
don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. I don't really want it. I would rather them spend their time on different projects. However, if they do pump out a season two, I'll watch it. Yeah, I mean, I'm there.
Yeah. I'll watch it for sure. I don't. It's
Oh,
I
it's our
just
duty at this point. But like,
right.
I guess I said that wrong. But like, if they put out an announcement that they're going to do a season two, I'll be optimistic. I will still be optimistic. Yeah.
I just don't know what more story there is to tell. Right? They got rid of the
It'd have to be
Pikes.
something different.
They got rid of all those crime families. It really feels like he's a character better suited to be to switch roles with Mando here, where Mando got a little bit of focus, but the first half of the show was all about Boba. Whereas,
Hmm.
yeah, if you go in Mando season 2, you could do an episode of Boba, as long as it takes part within the main story that they're telling for Mando.
Yeah.
But yeah, a whole season 2 feels pretty unnecessary for me.
I'll tell you what, if they do a full episode of Mandalorian season 3 without Din Djarin in it, I'll be pissed. That will
Ah,
not fly like it did with Boba Fett.
no, it will not. Yeah, no, it won't. Unless it's an episode dedicated to Ahsoka, I would say that would be
Unless
fine.
it's like, yeah, unless they have the mission is to save him or to save the Mandalorian or something. I don't know. I guess they could make me change my mind somehow, but man, I don't like that concept.
Well, if they do, I hope that they saw the criticisms and say, okay, we can address that if we're going to
Hmm.
do a season 2. And I do trust Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau to give us something compelling. Because let's be honest, the show had its ups and downs the first 4 episodes, but they
Hmm.
really did save it with these last 2, and I guess we'll say that the last 3, if you're counting chapter 7.
Hmm.
And so if it wasn't for 5 and 6, I don't think this show would have been as good. Um, so maybe they recognize that they've got to do a bit more work to get people to care a bit more about Boba Fett.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe. I think that a lot of. I guess that's not fair to say. I was going to say a lot of the problem with connecting with Boba Fett is that he's masked most of the time, but I'm thinking about it. The Mandalorian's masked always, and
And Boba
Boba
really
Fett
didn't
is
wear it that
is
much.
he is unmasked a lot. I wish that he wasn't wearing his mask during his scene with Cad Bane. I wish that he had. I wish we would have been able to see his face as he discovered that the Pikes did kill his friends. I
Right.
think that would have been a really impactful moment. But
Instead of
instead,
zooming
we're
in
we're
on the helmet.
on a blank face. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I guess that's getting gripey, but I think that they could have done a little bit better, putting a little emotion in Boba.
No, I think that's actually a great point that I hadn't really thought about. And I think that when you talk about showing emotion, I think that's one of the big reasons why you see Spider-Man not masked a whole lot in the movies is because yeah, it's really hard to show emotion and
Hmm.
and act when you're wearing a mask. And so
Yeah.
I think when you're going through a moment like that, where the first half of the show was built on the backs of his relationship with the Tusken Raiders, and then you finally, after 7 episodes, have the revelation that they were not killed by the biker gang, but that Pikes actually killed them. That's a
Hmm.
that's a big moment for him, and to be able to
Hmm.
see the shock, the anger, the sadness, all those emotions kind of swirling in his face. I think that was a bit of a missed opportunity for Star Wars.